We're here today at Innovative Pain Release Center in Williamsburg, Virginia, with David Herring, the owner of the practice and an IMT therapist. David, would you tell us what is IMT?
IMT is a therapy uses very light pressures and touch. It's able to address a very wide range of problems of stress, pain, and just generally not feeling well. It consists of many techniques. It has its origins in the osteopathic medical profession. It also has a component to it that is similar to acupuncture in terms of what it accomplishes and how it works.
David, tell us what's a common problem people come to you with that you're able to quickly resolve for them.
That could be low back pain, sciatica, headaches, neck pain, TMJ pain, shoulder pain. In my profession, we have some unique techniques to help something that often relieves pain very quickly in one session for people after they've tried what they thought was everything. And what it is a descending sacrum. The reason why I can help some pain so quickly is because the sacrum here, this bone right here, after a person's had an accident or they've had a blow to the head or they've had a fall or somebody's hit them, all kinds of things. Could even be a disease process, or pregnancy or delivery will also cause a descending sacrum sometimes. Certain healthcare problems going on in the pelvis will cause it. But anyway, a descending sacrum is when something has happened and the force of what happened or is going on constantly will create a tension. That tension can still be going on, that keeps pulling on it. That's why we have special techniques for releasing that sustained tension. Often in other professions they can get it back in place, but getting the sacrum back in place is not necessarily going to release that sustained pulling down in this direction. So it's going to go back down again unless you release that sustained pulling in this direction. And because the spinal cord ends right here inside the sacrum, if the sacrum is out of place, twisted or pulling down this direction, that can make nerve impingements through here. And this can make pain anywhere in the body actually, but it typically causes sciatic pain, low back pain, a lot of pain right here, sometimes shoulder pain, and very quickly identify this. In fact, every time someone comes to me, I always check to see if they have a sacrum that's out of place or if it's descending, because it can be key to everything as far as relieving the person's pain and stress goes. There's a descending sacrum also generates anxiety and chronic stress and insomnia. And a descending sacrum over time can actually start a disease process. So I always check that, and it's very easy to resolve in my therapy, and it feels extremely relaxing to have this taken care of. It's completely safe. It's impossible to be hurt by any of the therapies I do here.
That's fascinating, David. Tell us about a time when someone came to you with a mystery pain that took a bit more work on your part to get to the bottom of the source.
Okay, one time I had a man come who had this pain in his elbow, this whole part, the elbow and this part of his arm. It was this pain that no one had been able to relieve this pain, and it was kind of a mystery thing. I mean, the MRIs, the X-rays showed nothing wrong. Nothing was wrong physiologically that could be seen by any technology. In this therapy, I have special training to identify a type of stress that can be sequestered in the body. It can be an emotional based stress. It can also be like a PTSD type of a stress. I've tried a lot of the techniques I have for relieving pain in that region. Some of them involve relaxing muscles and nerves and fascia and helping the joint to be aligned and these kinds of things. And they weren't helping. After I did enough of that, then something interesting presented, which if it had presented right, if it had been on the surface enough for me to feel it, I would have felt it right away and addressed it right away. But I had to do some other things first for it to present, and what it was that presented was an emotional based stress in his arm. I was able to identify that, and the way I could identify that was not through talking to him. He was just being there, relaxing, enjoying the therapy, and what presented was a particular movement that goes on in the tissues when it's related to an emotional based phenomenon or stress or pain. So once I identified that, I was very happy, because whenever these things are on the surface, this emotional based pain is on the surface, it's so easy to fix. It makes my job easy, and it brings immediate results. The person feels better right away, and they're amazed that the pain was gone so quick. And I've had people come with pain from this sort of thing, and I don't even tell them what it was related to. I just say, it was a type of stress. Some of the people that have pain like this from lots of emotional trauma or abuse, during one of these sessions, when I address something in the arm, I've had people actually start crying, as I release it, and they don't realize that I'm working on an emotional thing in their arm, but the energy of it starts touching something in them, and they might even remember some things, and they'll go, why am I remembering when my thing that I do to get the pain out of the arm is definitely not going to address the whole picture. It's going to help the pain part, and it will, ideally, if they do have some heavy emotional issues going on, it's really ideal for them to see a counselor and me, because often the part of it that's causing pain and interfering with their physiology is multi-layer sometimes. So
David, are there other types of physical pain that you perhaps cannot resolve, in which case you might refer them to other types of professionals?
Oh yes, I could, there could be pain from cancer, or there could be, a type of back pain that they really would need to see a chiropractor for, because the vertebrae is so out of place.
But what I'm hearing you say, David, is that for people who have tried all of those avenues and still have chronic pain, your methods can often help them to feel better.
That's right, because I have methods that aren't found in any other profession at this point in history. So if they've tried everything in other professions, it could be that the other professions didn't have the techniques to address what I can address, especially in the realm of mystery pain. I love talking about what I do. I enjoy what I do. I really enjoy helping people. I feel like that's my life callings, to help people with this therapy and help this therapy become more present in the world.
Well, David, it sounds like people have nothing to lose, and they can't be hurt by your assessments. So if they've tried everything else, their next move should be to call you.
That's right. That's definitely right. Nothing to lose. Actually, they cannot be hurt by any of this.
Well, thanks so much for talking with us today, David.
You're very welcome. Thank you for listening. Hope to see you soon.